Iggy Pop is considered to be the originator of what is called punk rock today. Now, that doesn't sound like I'm being nice, but that is really what it is called, and he rather likes that. We'll discuss that with him. And he's collaborated with another innovator, perhaps the most famous of today's new musical talents, David Bowie. They collaborated on an album, and here's the result of that creative effort. One song from it now, and another later on. David Bowie is at the keyboard, and this is a song from the album called The Idiot. Please welcome Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop and David Bowie. You must be exhausted.
I'm a little bit keyed up now.
I know. That's kind of hard to come down from.
It's difficult to break back out of.
Of course. I'm going to call you Jimmy,
sure.
if I may.
I appreciate it.
Jimmy, when you do 2 and 3 shows a night, how do you come out?
Usually, when we work, I do that for about an hour and a half.
Good heavens. You've known each other for years, haven't you?
Yeah, for 6 years.
Where did you meet?
What inspired this?
Where did you meet?
In a bar.
In a bar.
In New York. Yeah.
You sure?
We were both unrecognized at the time, so we had a lot to,
in common.
But you knew that you were both interested in music.
Yeah. No, not music, really.
Whatever you call it.
You call it music.
Yeah. What do you call this? Well, punk rock. What is punk rock?
This isn't music.
It's nothing to do with punk rock.
What is it? Explain to me what it is. David. David.
Well, it's not... my understanding of punk rock is something that's happened in England, I think, really over the last couple of years. But what Jimmy was doing... I'd never seen Jimmy, really, but I'd heard some of his albums, and it sounded like, I don't know, nihilistic rock. It was nihilism.
But that's
which
true.
Fascinates me. I love nihilism.
Well,
Just love philosopher talk.
No, but that's interesting. It's a little remote from reality at times.
No, it
isn't.
No,
not at all. No.
No?
No.
No.
But now, in your collaboration, what do you consider your... what type of music do you do then, David?
Myself? Well, I don't know. Ask Jimmy.
And what kind of... You had heard...
I'll tell you what he does.
His is a bit up there.
Yes, it
is. A bit more airy.
Yeah.
My music is just basically, I look for things to tear apart, and, oh, that's good to whip, that's very easy.
You don't even think about it before you do it. It just happens, doesn't it? When you...
Well, a lot of what Jimmy did when we were in a... Do you mind me talking?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. In the studio, Jimmy would make up the lyrics on the spot, and we would keep everything that he did, and occasionally change a line after we recorded. But Jimmy, I've never seen anybody be able to make up lyrics so fast just out of his head to a track. And it's more like a, I guess he'll hate me, but it's more like a the beatnik era thing with, you see.
Well, it's a retreat. I mean,
It's a very spontaneous kind of lyric. It's not like a written thing at all with Jimmy.
but
Whereas mine, so I spend months writing one word.
Yeah.
Then I have to look it up and see how to spell it.
which is what most of us have to do. No, but David, what I mean is when you recorded Iggy first or Jimmy first.
No,
didn't you?
no. Iggy already had 2 albums out on his own that he'd done himself.
I see.
And then general favour went against Jim because of what he was doing at the time. Seemed. But
Would you
should ask
describe
Jimmy.
some of the things you were doing at the time, which were the things that I had heard about? And
Well, I was doing songs like I Want to Be Your Dog and No Fun and Search and Destroy and Raw Power, which has since had a child's toy named after it. And
but you were doing things to yourself physically that were
yeah, and to other people too.
why?
Because I was bored and angry, and when I couldn't, when things would get when something that demanded action every day would keep pestering my mind and I couldn't do anything about it, finally sometimes I would give up and just resort to simple violence.
On yourself, though, mostly.
Usually on myself because I hated to take it out on other people. I thought that was wrong.
That's considerate.
Yeah, I thought I was being more considerate.
Yeah, but you cut yourself with a bottle.
Yeah, well, that was because I'd done something really foolish the night before, and I was ashamed.
Oh, Jim.
But that was, well, I've had treatment for that sort of thing, since. Yeah, it helped a lot,
Jimmy,
that's a
It's
rough
better
kind of
to
show
be able to
business.
laugh about it now.
Yeah, that's really a hard
See, I
way.
knew, I'll tell you.
Rosie was saying, we were saying, you burn yourself with the hot rollers when you're on the road.
Yeah.
Burn your hair, but
It's about the extent of it.
But to do what you did to
It's
punish
always,
yourself.
no, listen, it sounds funny, but yeah, it is funny. It's really funny.
Yeah, David. Yeah,
But
I
no,
know
I was going to say something
know
very
you.
heavy and
No,
meaningful, but I
no,
can't.
I know you.
You don't dare.
When you saw Iggy perform, what was your
I never
reaction?
saw Iggy perform.
Oh, you never saw
I
it?
just heard the albums, and then I must admit somebody played me a videotape of a performance that he did with his original band, the Stooges, and I didn't like it very much because then I saw the violence, and it's not what I heard from the lyrics.
Because your music, when you have a lovely, as you say, sound way up
I'm a
here.
cyborg. My stuff
Cyborg?
is very different. Mine comes from sort of up to from
right.
there,
Yeah.
and Jimmy's comes from about here down to about there.
I don't know. I wonder what he means by that. Gee whiz.
I don't know. I'll ask you later. Rosie.
Okay, kid. I'll tell you.
No, you can talk about it now, and you've had treatment.
I can talk about it if it's required. It's not my preferred
I know.
subject.
Oh, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. David, how about you?
Oh, what?
You know what I do? You, for instance, you have been working with Iggy now,
Yeah.
and you're a very modest man. You're sitting there at the keyboard, and one of the conditions on which you came today was that you would not sing a solo, and that you would not talk about David Bowie. And we're friends, and I understand and I respect that. But what happens with David Bowie if you're going to continue to sublimate your particular talent? Can your ego stand that?
Okay, fine, right. Well, two ways of approaching that. Firstly is that one thing which I want to get straight is that the collaboration that Jimmy and I have had has been something because I was intoxicated with what I thought Jimmy stood for.
Never.
I've developed an American accent. I must lose that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds terribly American to me.
Then I prefer to do something that really excites me, and playing piano behind Iggy Pop for me is very exciting.
And intellectual city.
Tis, yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Did the music of Detroit have much of an effect on your music?
The industrialism in Detroit. What I heard, wandering around was... There are 10 cars. I get a lot of my influence, like, from the Electric Shavers and... It's true.
You really did?
Yes, and from... No, it's true.
No, but it's funny how the sound... You don't realize how the sound... What did you do to those nice people out there? They believe you, don't you? Yes, no. Oh, they do. How do your parents feel about you working without your jacket on, Jimmy?
They don't mind.
They don't?
They like what I do very much.
That's great.
We're very close.
What does your dad do?
He's teaches communications and media at a high school.
He does?
Yes, yes.
What do they call? Did they when they find out that he's Iggy Pop's dad?
We call him Mr.
Your teeth started to fall out?
Yes, they all fell out at once.
Did you eat too much candy?
I was getting too violent on stage. And...
You've got David on the floor. You were kidding.
Watch your teeth, buddy.
Yeah. You get